Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you set 4 of the OSL quarterfinal series between Jangbi and Mini. Jangbi is going to have another shot to close out the Royal Road Rookie Mini in this series, and Mini, after an impressive Game 3 on Electric Circuit, Neo Electric Circuit, is looking to even up the series and send it to a decisive Game 5. Just one interesting thing I wanted to let you guys know about in case you didn't hear. Uh, Before each of the quarterfinal series, so including before this series, and each of the following weeks, there will be what they're calling Legends matches. So there will be one show match between two former greats. So what this was before Jangbi and Mini played, they actually had a game between Go Rush and the Marine, which are particularly the Marine, a very old player. Back in the day, he was I believe he was on KT, and then Go Rush was SKT. They had some pretty epic fights back in the day between those two teams and those two players, and both of them were OSL champions. Yes, they're all legends that have won OSL. So, yeah, they're having them come in and you know, have some fun and show off some show matches. And they actually did it on Neo Jungle's story, so if you even know what that map is without looking at it, congratulations, you are something special. But yeah, I just went and I just watched it. I wasn't planning on casting it. It's just, you know, it's a show match just for fun. It's not really a, wasn't really competitive, let's put it that way. It's more fun, and if you can read Korean and see what they're actually typing to each other, it probably would have been pretty hilarious. But I highly encourage you to go check that out. Pretty entertaining game. The Marine is a Terran player, if you did not know, if you've never heard of him before, if you are newer to the scene. Go Rush, of course, is a Zerg player who, as long as you've been watching for a year or two, you probably remember him being on Air Force Ace. But this is going to be set 4. It's going to be on Ground Zero, new Neo Ground Zero. Jangbi is going to start off in the top left in teal. Mini is going to start off in the bottom right hand in yellow. So that is going to be your start positions. Don't expect to see anything cheesy from these players. We haven't seen anything cheesy yet, so I would expect that to continue, that both players will play pretty straightforward and on the level. Yeah, don't really see any good reason for them to actually change that up at all. And I am just going to, while we get the starts going, I'm going to go try and find out who else is playing in the Legends matches. I know they have some really good good matches. I think they, let's see here. Next week, before Zero and Hiva play, they're going to have Nara versus Zelos, which I hope you guys have seen at least some of Nara and some of Zelos. If you ever see actually Zelos, you might recognize a clip, even if you've never seen him play, a very popular or well-known clip. When Zelos won the OSL, he actually was so emotional, so tearful, and he was thanking his mother for supporting him and everything. And it's a clip that they play over and over again. Whenever you see the champion list, he's one of that clip usually gets extended times, or it'll end, or it'll begin like a video montage. So you probably will recognize him. Nara, of course, is one of the all-time greats. Yep, looking at the game, still standard stuff coming out from both players. Jangbi going out for the scout a little bit earlier than Mini. Following that, for week 3, I believe week 3 is Fantasy's group. Fantasy, I believe, is versus Sue, I believe. I believe it might be the Flash, I can't remember. But week 3, June 26th, is going to be July versus Reach. So that should be a lot of fun. I actually wish that was July versus Nada. Week 4 on July 3rd is actually going to be Nada versus Anytime. I actually wish it was July versus Nada and then Reach versus Anytime, but you know, they probably didn't want to have any mirror matchups, so they are doing it this way. Still should be very fun to watch, and so those are things to look out for in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'm not going to cast them unless, yeah, I'm not going to cast them. They're show matches. They're for fun, and all of them are out of practice at this point. So they're just for fun. They're good games to watch. Go Rush versus the Marine was entertaining, as I said. And I have no idea what we're looking at here. What is that supposed to be, the Royal Road? Is that like they had Jangbi and then they had that bottom? I don't know what I have no idea. It looked kind of like a green brick road instead of a yellow brick road, but I really have absolutely no idea. And here we have both players with their probes trying to get up the ramps. Mini trying very hard. Jangbi not allowing it to happen. And that probe only has 1 hit left, so it will have to back off. Jangbi not even attempting to get up Mini's ramp at the time, as it does have a Zealot on it as well. Both players with Cybernetics Core. Jangbi's is finished. And because of the symbol we have in the top left, I have no idea whether it's spinning or not. Absolutely no clue. because of the banner and stuff. I'm going to assume that it's spinning because there's very little reason for it not to be. But yeah, just because of the banners and things, like, have absolutely no idea. Jangbi building that in the corner, maybe trolling us a little bit. He's like, here, if I build in the corner, maybe the people watching will have no idea, because it really doesn't matter where you build your Cybernex core at all. But we do see Mini Cybernex core is spinning. I'm actually looking to see if, like, sometimes when they click on the Cybernex core and they see it spinning, they'll take their mouse and start like rotating a circle, but sometimes they do that even when it's not spinning too, so I don't even know if that really would help. But yeah, just assume that it's spinning, no reason for it not to be. Jangbi coming out with the Dragoon, and he's going to force this probe out. This probe will be in full retreat, going back to his base, and does take one shot from the Dragoon, will take another. I think a second shot might actually kill it, and now as we head into the little more goofy terrain, there may actually be something going on here, and Jangbi might actually be able to, ooh, okay, I thought Jangbi might try to micro with his probe, maybe try and cut off Mini's probe a little bit, and then give his Dragoon a chance to get another shot off. But not so here in this case. Both players throwing up robotics facilities at the exact same time with their Zelts and their Dragoons staying in defensive postures. Looks like we're going to have a slow start to this game, and not going to have that early aggression that we've seen. We've seen either 4-gate or 3-gate every single game so far from at least one player. So early aggression is being seeded this game for a little bit more of a tech-heavy build. Going to rush those robotics facilities and either observer nexuses or reavers out ASAP. We do have the second gateway coming up for Mini, and for Jangbi, no second gateway, sticking with that one robotics facilities and one gateway at this time. So it looks like we are going to have the next. There it is. Yes, there is the nexus. Has been placed by Jangbi, so he is going to be going expansion here. And with those cross positions, I think that's his main thought here is with cross positions. I've seen his base more or less. I've seen like at least what he's pushed out with, and I don't think he's going to go 4-gate goon again. So I think I'm going to be safe, and he's going to go observatory nexus. For Mini with that 2-gate Robo, probably not going to be able to put on the most pressure in the world, but if he does go for robotic support bay before Observatory, he would be in good position to at least put on some pressure. However, if he goes 2-gate Observatory Nexus, he will actually fall behind to Jangbi's quicker Nexus, and there's the Observatory, and then there's the support bay. I wasn't watching that particularly closely, so yeah, Jangbi will go up ahead in the eco here, at least for a little while, unless, yeah, it doesn't even look like Mini's throwing down a Nexus. Yeah, Mini just not even looking for a Nexus is gonna try and kill Jangbi, or gonna have to try to kill Jangbi with Reaver Micro and with Observer Sight. He's not gonna have to. He's just. I mean, at this point, if he puts up a Nexus, he still needs to do lots of damage. So it's just too far behind for him to just sit back on. Or if he does sit back, he's just gonna lose to the superior macro. And yeah, there's the Nexus being thrown down, and yeah, this is one of those build order unfortunate circumstances for Mini, where, you know, neither player knew what each other was doing, and just because Jangbi skipped that second gateway and went faster Observatory and faster Nexus, he's going to have a pretty significant advantage. His Nexus is already completed, already mining, and Mini's is maybe halfway done right now, so going to have a pretty significant advantage here. Mini showing no signs of pushing out, is not going to be able to take advantage of that small window of time he's got right now, and yeah, it's just not going to go well for him. This Observer for Mini does come in, and it is going to get picked off as well, so nothing going right for Mini here in the early stages of this game. It's not to say it's over. Certainly with some excellent micro, some good positioning, he could still take a fight and therefore take the game and send it to a game 5. Certainly it's not decided, just that he is behind, and I gotta say that outside of set 3, Jangbi's micro has just looked better, and at times in set 3 his micro looked better too. I mean, he was sloppy with his Reavers at the front during that one push, and I think that really was what set him pretty far behind, and you know, was the first big drop in his loss. So that's how I looked at that last game. One sloppy error from Jangbi, and significant quality plays from Mini there in terms of driving home his advantage. So if he can do something like that again, maybe he can send it to a set 4. Jangbi has taken a second gas. Mini has not. Yeah, Mini has not yet. Jangbi does have one Reaver out with that shuttle. Going to go get aggressive. Now he has the shuttle out. Mini does not. Mini does have the second Reaver, though. How many times have we seen this, though, where one shuttle and one Reaver beats 2 Reavers with no shuttle? We've seen that over and over again. It's very common and theme that 2 Reavers just don't do anything against a Reaver with a shuttle in support. It's just too strong. Reaver shuttle micro has just gotten to that point where so many players are just too good with it and can dominate any opponent using that strategy. And Yeah, that's what Jangbi's gonna try to do here. And it actually looks like he might be turning around, gonna go pick up a second Reaver maybe. Jangbi also looking possibly to take a third base, which would be extremely quick. We are still in, what is this? I can't read that. I think 8.5 minutes, I think is what that is. And Jangbi coming in here with a Reaver is going to try and kill off some probes. And Mini doesn't even see this, not reacting at all, and does manage to pick off several probes, 5 probes, and I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get any more off of that, but does manage to get 5 probe kills, 6 probe kills, 7 probe kills. And how many more will he be able to get? And he's going to get more. Look at this. He's still going to get more. Oh my lordy. And oh, that could have been terrible. And Jangbi with the Reaver going into the main now is going to try and continue picking off probes. Does manage to do so with another probe. Is up to 15 probe kills. 19 probe kills. Jangbi in full retreat. But this Reaver has done its job. And Jangbi with that one Reaver back and with his Dragoon forces should be able to defend this. They've got comparable armies, which means Jangbi will simply be in the superior position. He's up 15 supply right now, as well as just being up a retarded number of probes. Just not, I don't even know how to explain how many probes he's up right now with 20 probes. 24 kills on that Reaver. He's going to get one more scare buff, but no kills there. But yeah, I mean, come on. Jangbi has got to advance out of this. I don't even know if Jangbi can throw this. He just got to build up units and AWOC across the map. I mean, he's in such a superior position right now. Just needs to have decent control, and he will just be able to steamroll Mini into the ground. And Mini just, I mean, Mini wants to attack right now, but he just can't. He doesn't have a shuttle for his Reaver, so even if he goes in there, he's just gonna die. So he's got to. He's backing off right now, and not really sure what Mini's path to victory is in this game. This is just this is brutal right now. He is going to go out with the speed shuttle. Has gotten a speed shuttle, and he is going to try and do some economic harassment of his own. That would be one way to try and get back into this. If he can, maybe, get 15 probe kills of his own, he might be able to work his way back into this. And here he goes with that speed shuttle, dropping the Reaver. Is going to get some kills. Jangbi not noticing it. 7 kills on that Reaver. 8. Is that it? Just 8? Oh, he might be able to get some more. Jangbi going in for the attack right now as well is going to see that he's got superior numbers. Maybe go for it. And that Reaver is up to 8. Yeah, I think it's still at 8 kills. Might be able to get a couple more off those in the refinery. But that shuttle getting caught out by these Dragoons, and the shuttle almost goes down. 1 hit left on that shuttle. So that is going to be a very difficult shuttle to use in a fight. Just does not have the HP it needs in order to play the pick up and drop micro. And here comes the fight from Jangbi. Jangbi pushing in there, backing off with some of his Dragoons. Doesn't want them all to get splashed. Very, very nice idea there. Not getting all of his Dragoons splashed, only some of them, and then pushing back in with the remaining Dragoons. Going to pick off the only Reaver in defense. And GG coming from Mini. Jangbi will advance from the quarterfinals into the semis of the OSL. Tving OSL. Mini the Royal Rotor getting knocked out. Jangbi advancing 3-1 in spectacular fashion, looking very, very strong here in this series. And Jangbi looks like a man on a mission to win back-to-back OSLs and place his name into the league, into the legends of the OSL.